So the layout of the city of Rome over the last 2,000 years has not changed that much. Okay, so in a while, in front of you, as soon as we leave the traffic light, you will see some beautiful pine trees, right, you know, within the central area, which looks like a square. But if you pay attention to it, you know, the square unfolding before your eyes houses a treasure within it, a very old treasure. The ruins of 4 temples dating back to the 2nd century BC. BC means 2200 years ago. Now, coming up on your right-hand side, you see the pillars of 4 temples still standing, you know, occupying the central part of this large square for pedestrians. And you see that actually the original Roman level of the street was much lower. Where we are now at the moment is actually about 10 meters higher than the original Roman level down below. Okay, and century after century, the Romans have built up new buildings above the ruins of older buildings. Now, when you see this church coming up on your left-hand side, this church dates back to the late 1500s, okay? But then, next door, to the right from the church, next door, you see a building in bricks. This building in bricks is very important for the Catholic missions in India. Because in this very building here, on the left-hand side, the building in bricks, this is where, hello? This is where Francis Xavier lived before setting off for India. St. Francis Xavier was buried in Goa. Do you know that? Yes. So the Catholic missionary who converted many people in India to Christianity actually was left Rome from this very building here on your left-hand side. This is where he actually spent part of his life as a as a young Jesuit, as a young priest, where he studied to become a priest, and then he left Rome for India, where he died in Goa.
Where was Mother Teresa from originally?
Mother Teresa from Albania.
Tirana.
Skopje.
You know, we are going to meet the geographical center of Rome. Here we go. There's a huge square occupied in the very center of it occupied by a huge imposing white monument, which is the monument to the unification of the country. Now we're getting closer and closer to it, and in a while you see that we are slightly driving uphill, so you can tell that Rome originally was founded on 7 hilltops.
Yes.
The hill ahead of us, to be reached by 2 stairways, is the Capitoline Hill. And to the left, you know, from the steeper stairway, you see the ruins of a Roman block of apartments in bricks of the 2nd century AD. That's just the first floor of a 5-story building, which was a block of apartments, the 2nd century AD, that is to say 1900 years ago. Now here you go, in a while you see, coming up on your right hand side, the facade of the largest national monument in Italy. This is the monument to the unification of the country. Italy was unified in 1870, and Rome became the capital of the newly united Kingdom of Italy in 1870. In the middle of this huge white monument on your right hand side, you see an equestrian statue which was cast in bronze. Inside the horse belly, 3 architects who got involved into the design and the construction of this monument had their gala dinner on the inauguration day of this beautiful monument, the monument of Victor Emmanuel, the name of the first Italian king. Now, this is the very heart of Rome, this is the very geographical center of Rome, and this is Venice Square, Venezia Square. Why Venice if we are in Rome? Venice because of the beautiful brownish palace looking like a castle on your left-hand side. This was erected in the early 1400s by a Venetian pope, Pope Paul II Barbo from Venice. Okay, was the Cardinal of Venice, then he was elected the Pope, and he wanted to have this palace built up for the ambassador of the Sea Republic of Venice to the Papal State. Then it became, from 1923 to 1943, it